Hey everyone, welcome to DK TV. I'm DK Sports Ambassador Wade McElwain. Hey, week 4 in the CFL. How exciting is this season getting? Week 3 was amazing, wasn't it? Winnipeg beats Hamilton in a really close game, 28-24. Toronto surprises BC, 25-14. And how about this game? A tie. When are you going to have a tie? Week 3, Calgary and Ottawa. Ottawa has been lighting it up offensively. Ties with Calgary. And I think that puts Calgary number 1 in the power rankings. So we get into week 4. DraftKings. 7 players, 50,000. Huge prizes available this weekend. Who is on your 7-man squad? I'm going to give you my picks. Now, if you would have taken my picks last week, you would have done really well. Like really, like owning a house in Toronto well. That's how well you'd be doing. Let me go through my picks this weekend. Tell me if you like him. If not, make your own picks. Go to DraftKings. You can win big with the CFL this season. First up, quarterback Drew Willie. That's right, same reason I was kicked out of Sunday school. Whatever you say about this guy, second in passing, second in completion. He's drawing praise, if I can use draw and Drew in the same thing, for his ability to get the ball down the field. 279 yards last week, but what he did is he spread it to 7 different receivers. That's a sign of a good quarterback. He was able to move the ball around, and he's taking on Edmonton this weekend, who's having a really tough time against the pass. I really like Drew Willie here. He's also the cheapest starting value quarterback this week. Drew Willie, I'm drawing you on my list. Woohoo! All right, next up, running back, Nick Grigsby. That's right, Nick Grigsby from Ottawa, 5,100. One of the big reasons I'm taking him, he stepped up last week when 2 guys went injured. He became the starting guy. He, as a replacement, put up 103 yards. This guy is going to cut through you faster than a Tim Hortons double-double extra large. He is going to take on Toronto, who is having a tough time against the run. They're averaging 97 yards allowed against the run. Nick Grigsby, he's only 5,100. He's a value running back. Nick Grigsby, you're on my list. My next, my wide receiver. How do you not choose this guy? Chris Williams, 11,000, the most expensive guy in the CFL. This guy just keeps putting up yards. The only way to stop him is Pokemon Go. I don't even know what it is, but it seems to stop everyone. So I'm saying the only way to stop Chris Williams this weekend, Pokemon Go. We're little things on the field, and I don't know what happens in it because I'm mature and I have a life, right? Who cares about Pokemon Go? I care about Chris Williams, 11,000. On my list, buy your stock up on Cold FX. This guy is sick. All right, my next guy, wide receiver, Andy Fantuz. Andy, 6,800 from Hamilton. I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't pick you last week. I went on Twitter and I said I should have picked you because you had an amazing catch last week. Good Canadian guy right there. And just like my ex-wife, he likes breathing room and to get open. Unlike my ex-wife, he's not going to be surrounded by as many guys. But I like him, 18.8 fantasy points per game. He's an amazing wide receiver. He's playing this weekend against Montreal. I really like Andy Fantuz. Andy Fantuz on my list. Next, flex position. I got to save some money in my flex position. So I went to Nick Moore. What? That same Nick Moore who had a 3rd-year breakout season for like 1,100 yards? Yes, that same Nick Moore. He's 30 years old. He's 5,800 on DraftKings. I think he's going to start playing hungry. I think BC has got to move the ball around this week. It's going to be a tough game for them against Saskatchewan. So I think Nick Moore, a value play at 5,600 or 5,800 from my flex position. Nick Moore on the list. Don't let me down, big man. You just turned 30. I hope you had a good time. Next flex position, the man from Toronto. Come on, this is the guy. Vidal Hazelton. The big man continues to impress. They're back in Toronto, BMO Field. It should be a sold-out game. I think they're really going to want to put a big statement game against Ottawa. They scored enough points against BC last week. Ottawa is the number 1 scoring offense, so they're going to want to put some points back up. Vidal Hazelton is the guy. He's 7,200, and his price point keeps going up, which means because he keeps scoring, he's like going to be a franchise wide receiver. I really like Vidal. I hope you like me as much, Vidal. I'm in Toronto next week. Let's have lunch. All right, and my last pick, my defense. I went for all the money I had left, $5,100, and all I had, Edmonton. That's right, I went with the Eskimos. You're going, Wade, why would you choose? You got Drew Willie, quarterback, and you got the Eskimos. They're fighting against each other. One of the reasons, it's going to be a high-scoring game. So, you know, it's a difference, I think, with DraftKings, too, when you're putting up, like, you know, a 70-point game, you're going to get good value across everything. I like this. The other reason I like this, it's in Winnipeg. It's going to be like 26 degrees Celsius. It's going to be sunny, which means when you get a sunny Winnipeg stadium, you're going to have some balls lost in the light. So I really think here the Edmonton defense can really take advantage of some things here. I don't want to knock my own points down on Drew Willie, But at the same time, I also want to get value in my defense. It's a tough call, but I made it. We'll see what happens next week. All right, let's take a look at my roster again. Drew Willie. Then I've got Nick Grigsby, Chris Williams, Andy Fantus, Nick Moore, Vidal Hazelton, and Edmonton Eskimos. How do you get involved? You go to DraftKings. DraftKings in the CFL. It's the best way to enjoy the CFL. 7 men, $50,000 budget. There's $50,000 in prizes in our flying kick. We've also got the $20,000 playmaker. Loads of money to be given away this weekend playing the CFL. You could win just playing the CFL on DraftKings. Welcome to the big time.